Hey, yo, what's going on with it? Once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the one and only, of course, Mr. Incentives on the free 2011 and K Cruising Guy 2009. Of course, you guys on the registered channel people at the end. Definitely check out freedomber.com. Of course, soon as Susan and any people on official channel banner design and a page specifically made just for you. I'll put links to all their social media networking accounts, and of course, as always, their business partnership program, best partnership I've ever had. Definitely check them out on Google as well. Without further ado, let's begin. So, I heard about this about a couple days ago. I've been wanting to do an article on it for the longest time, but I've gotten away. My life is always getting in the way, so no surprise there. It's part of life. But anyways, it's a little bit of an article about Sega, how they lost 40% of their profits and values and some of their games, unfortunately. So I wanted to talk about that. Sounds a little boring, but I'll put the link in the description box below. I actually saw a video from that other dude again. I rarely ever watch him, but I decided that, hey, those are my recommended video box of trying to watch videos of like video game related news or whatever. So I decided to watch it, and it was from Alpha Megasins again. That's what his name was. So I'll put the link into his video and the article in the description box below. And here we go. So Sega Profits has dropped out in the marketing packages games that were softened. Sega reported today that these two quarters, from the months of April through June's quarter, announcing of its overalls were halved, and in the company's gaming business saw this as an operating base loss. The publisher said uncertainty in the Japanese economy that, along with softening at the packages, game businesses were to blame. For the quarter ended of June 3rd, the Sega game division, what is called consumer, which is called consumer businesses, saw that their net sales rise 13.3%, and roughly translates into Japanese money, yen, 2.14 billion, and of course here in the United States that's $207 million. However, this division has still recorded an operating loss of 28.2 million, I guess yen, I'm not sure what that is, and 2.7 million in US dollars, I guess, compared to the operating income of $39,387,004 in US money lost last year. This downturn was attributed to an increase in the advertising preferences. Sega sold a total of 17 million packages of games during their quarter, including 240,000 copies for each North American and European game, along with 420,000 games in Japan. One of Sega's biggest games during this past year was of April through June was Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. I never heard of that game before. I already know Persona 1 through 5, but that's it. That's mainly, I think, for the Wii U and PS4, I think. Oh yeah, those Sega's packages of video game businesses was off that year. The economy says that sales of its digital offerings were for mobile phones, smartphones, and PC remained solid. Sega said in an announcement that their online RPG Phantasy Star Online 2 game was particularly strong performance during the quarter. Overall, Sega recorded net sales of 84.4 billion, 858.7 million in US translation dollars of our currency, for a dramatic year-to-overall year decrease. Wait, hold on. I cannot even remember it because it's really crappy. I'm sorry, guys. Year-over-year decrease, 74.3%. And then it also goes to say that some claimers, actually no. Some upcoming games for Sega games will be included as far as included this year, which would be Sonic Boom and Alien Isolation. Sega's net worth, what was that say? Oh yeah, Sega was not the only company to announce the financial results of this week. For more information on how the other game companies are faring, check out our reports for Nintendo, Wii U, all that, and of course along with Sony and Capcom next week. Take-Two Interactive and Konami and Activision will be reporting their earnings at the end of this month, or the end of this year, I'm not sure. And this was from GameSpot.com. Anyways, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. This is a pretty hard hit for Sega, unfortunately. Once again, they're down to shitter. Looks like a lot of the odds are against them. It's a damn shame because, my God, this company, they made one of the best freaking games of my childhood of all time, next to Nintendo, of course. I mean, there was a few of them, like there was Vector Man, Streets of Rage. What else? A lot of the Disney games were on there. Even a couple cartoon games like Auburn Monsters, Rugrats, and I don't think Fairly Odd Parents or SpongeBob wasn't there yet. But a lot of the Disney games, the Animaniacs I think was there at one point. You know, they mainly had a lot of video games based on either a lot of movies or cartoons most of the time. And there was a few franchises they had on. The two best ones in my opinion was the original Sonic the Hedgehog and then that racing game Outrun. That one was my jam back in the day. I used to love playing the shit out of that whenever I went to my cousin's house to play it because unfortunately I never got to own a Sega Genesis or a Dreamcast or any of those products that they had at that time. You know, it was a damn fucking shame. I really wish I was able to own one, but fortunately I didn't because I only had like the Super Nintendo, SNES, and then that GameCube, and of course that PS1 and PS2. I didn't have a Sega, unfortunately, or N64 at that time. I really wish I did though. And the last two things I want to say about this: number one, hopefully this doesn't end up having an outcome of more people losing their jobs as Sega employees, because that would be definitely hurting the pockets for a lot of people, unfortunately, especially a lot of the consumers. The only two big relevant games that Sega even has nowadays is probably Phantasy Star Online 2. It's only unfortunately in Japan. It's not over here in the United States because they banned everyone from Europe and the US, unfortunately. I don't know why. Maybe because it wasn't making enough money, or maybe because they were just racist towards Europeans or Americans. And that shit's up in the air for debate. And then the second thing I want to point out really quick is that, ironically enough, when I was going through this article, I saw a couple articles that a lot of the arcades in Japan, especially for Sega, they're still doing pretty damn good out there. Unlike, unfortunately, over here in the United States, you know, if they were to bring like Sega arcade games back here, I'm not sure if it would do good or not, because we already have confirmation that Pokken tournament thing is actually going to be coming over here as an arcade game in the U.S., and I'm still hyped to ship for that. I cannot wait until I can't get my hands on it, until I'm able to play this game physically, like face to face, instead of just watching like YouTube videos on it. I'm real excited for that shit. I'm super hyped up for that. Hopefully, you know, Sega gets back on its feet, because I know in a few months they said like September, October, November, around the fall holiday season, they were supposed to be coming out with a brand new console after like 15, 16 years of being MIA, and not making enough business profits. So hopefully Sega, you know, goes back into the lab and starts making brand new games. Who knows? Or bring back a lot of their old franchises and modernize them. I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Links in the article, description box below, and of course the video from Alpha Omega Sins that I watched, and the description is gonna be an annotation as well. Peace out once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you. Guys have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are around the world. Don't drink and smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. Brand new videos on this channel almost every single day. And with that said, you guys stay in the grind, stay easy, stay safe, stay healthy, be easy, be you, do yourself. And until then, I'm out like sauerkraut. I'm gone. I'm getting the hell out of here. Stay tuned for more content on this channel, future content on this channel. And as always, stay tuned for more updates. Talk to you soon. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.